Hello. The following information is being presented as part of the Governor Mifflin Area Citizens Academy that was developed by the 5 communities and school district in the Governor Mifflin area. The 5 communities in the Governor Mifflin School District include Brecknock Township, Cumru Township, Kenhorst Borough, Moulton Borough, and Shillington Borough. The following information is being presented in order to provide you with a better understanding of the organization and operation of the local units of government in the Governor Mifflin area and to help you become more involved in your local community. We hope you find the material helpful, and a copy of this recording may be obtained at any of the municipal offices or the school district administration building. The Governor Mifflin Area Citizens Academy is made possible through a grant from the Russell L. Hiller Charitable Trust Fund of the Berks County Community Foundation.
Hello, my name is Jeri Diesinger. I'm Kenhorst Borough Manager. We're a small community in Berks County in the Governor Mifflin Area School District. We are also part of the Governor Mifflin Area Coordinating Council, and I'm talking to you today regarding Borough Finances as part of the Electronic Citizens Academy. We're, as I said, a small borough, about 2,800 people in a less than 1 square mile area. We have a council of 7 members and a mayor, and our primary purpose is to uphold the health, safety, and welfare of our citizens. The budget process actually starts on day 1, January 1st of the year that we're in, before the following year. We maintain a file of all the information that we would need as we get new information regarding legislation, grant opportunities, etc. A wish list of equipment and projects that we'd like to do for the following year. That all comes together in August when I start to prepare for our council spreadsheets including historic data. I like to go back about 5 years. I also put in a cost to date, or what we've spent or received to date in August. That gives us more than a half a year of information for the current year, as well as do a projection to the end of the year. Those numbers all together help us to look at what our budget will be for the following year. In September, I present these to our Borough Finance Committee. Many boroughs will deal with presenting to their full councils at the very beginning of the process, but Kenhorst Borough uses a finance committee who helps me along with the borough budget process. We do a lot of discussing. I present all of the data. It is definitely what I present to them, not balanced, but we do have all of the numbers at their disposal and give them good information to make very hard decisions sometimes. At the point of a few of these meetings going line item by line item, both in revenue and expenses, we put together another draft for regular borough council, and we present that in November. So October is really our workshop days where we're honing our budget, and what we present to council in November is what we consider as balanced as we can get it at the time. There are other questions, etc., and the final draft version is approved hopefully in November, if we can keep to our schedule, and we then put our budget out as a draft. We advertise it and we allow our citizens to take a look. We post it on our website. We provide information in hard copy for anyone who'd like to come to Borough Hall to get the information. And by December, we collect any comments or questions, present it once again to the Borough Council at a public meeting, and with any luck, we've got a balanced, very nice budget that will get us through the next year, and that passes hopefully in December. We would like to talk a little bit at this point about our budget and our general fund. We also have a sewer budget which we use to pay for the treatment costs of our wastewater as well as maintenance of that utilities lines and infrastructure. So I'd like to direct your attention at this point to our budget summary, which for Kenhorst, our budget in 2012 is $1.35 million. The first pie chart that you're looking at is for our revenues. You'll see that we provide about 50% of our operating budget in revenues from taxes, which is real estate, property transfer, and earned income tax. The remaining revenue received is from fees for services. We have refuse and recycling collection, building permit fees, licenses, other fines. We also look for grants and other funding that we would receive from various state and local entities. The next pie chart that you'll be looking at is for our general operating account expenses. Again, you'll see that for the majority of our expenses, we use our funding for public safety. The public safety incorporates the police, fire, ambulance. We also include in this particular amount our winter road maintenance as well as the codes department for building and permitting. We have also about 15 to 20% streets and highway maintenance. We receive funding from the state in liquid fuels money. This is the gas tax amounts that we receive based on our population and miles of road. And that's about $60,000, and we put $50,000 towards that for about $100,000 or more a year for our road paving and maintenance costs. Additional to that, as we have funding left in our budget, are for capital and special projects, our park and recreation program, as well as a contingency fund. Kenhorst has not had a tax increase since 2007, and so therefore what we can save on our contingency fund has been going down the last few years. So council is going to have to make some hard decisions next year. The next pie chart is the sewer fund, which needs to be kept separate from the general operating fund by law. The revenues are collected solely from the rental fees, your quarterly or monthly sewer rental fees, and any balance that we can carry forward from the previous year's budget. Most of the amounts, the expenditures are the sewer treatment charges. We pay the city of Reading about $350,000 to $360,000 a year to treat the sewage coming from the borough. We also have about $100,000 that we try to maintain in a capital budget for special projects. There's about $50,000 to $75,000 that we maintain for our maintenance and repairs to the sewer lines and systems. And the remaining is for our administrative costs, legal and engineering services, and again, some savings, contingency, and emergency funding. We have to look for other funding. Taxes don't do it all for us. We have to be creative. We have a lot of expenditures. One of the things that the borough has tried to do in the recent future and recent past is looking at grants and other type of funding. We've been very good about holding the line on our refuse and recycling. The landfill charges continue to increase for disposing of waste, and we've been trying to reduce that through our ordinances. so that our residents throw out less trash and recycle more. We're looking for marketable, recyclable materials, and our contracts with our haulers reflect that. So the borough or the hauler makes out in the funding, but that reduces our costs that the borough needs to pay out on the expenses of the collection of the trash and the other waste. For road work, as I mentioned, the liquid fuels funds from the gas tax is used for the road paving. Kenhorst Borough does not have any debt at this time. However, many boroughs do use low-interest loans, bonds, and other grant sources for their funding. There are grant opportunities, although these economic times things have been a little bit drier. We have been able to, in the past, have funding from the Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection, the Pennsylvania Department of Community and Economic Development, as well as the Conservation and Natural Resources for various projects that we have throughout the borough. There are a lot of challenges that the borough has had to face with state and federal mandates and reporting requirements. These are the same as a larger municipality with more funding and more research and more personal resources. However, boroughs have to look outside of the box in order to find the necessary funding for these. We do not have large tracts of open land for future development. This would expand the tax base, but for most boroughs, that's usually something that is not available to us as to the larger municipalities. We have learned that some of the joint projects in partnering with our other municipalities, kind of in the same boat as us, works very well. We've joined the Governor Mifflin area municipalities to do some joint projects. We last summer spent time with the Governor Mifflin School District. All of the municipalities got together and paved a parking lot for the school district. In 2 days, not only did we increase our bonding of the other municipalities and the school district, but we actually got some work done for a very good cost to the school district. We are looking this year at some additional road work and stormwater projects to do jointly through our just our area municipalities, but the borough also reaches out on a county-wide level. We have opportunities for joint purchasing with the other municipalities in the Berks County area. This usually helps us not have to spend time and effort in the bidding process, advertising costs, etc. The Berks County Cooperative Purchasing Council is a very good opportunity for all of the municipalities to get together and actually, on a volume basis, purchase such items as gasoline, heating oil, rock salt, fire extinguishers, office furniture, road signs, to name a few. It's also an opportunity, again, to bond with other municipalities that are in similar situations to the borough in the community. We also have joined the Berks County Stormwater Coalition. This helps us save on advertising, legal and engineering fees for some of the stormwater mandates that have come down recently from the state. We also use volunteers. Everyone's busy these days, but we can't stress enough how much we appreciate when someone steps forward to help us out on a project. We wouldn't have to pay for a service. We have a first-rate volunteer fire department, and I would like to ask if you have a skill or any interest to always check with your municipality or your school district to see where best you could assist them. In closing, we have to use all of our resources and get the most bang for our buck in our community. I hope you found the information helpful. Please don't hesitate to contact your municipality if you want more information about any of the subjects for this Electronic Citizens Academy, and I thank you for your time.